morning, campers!
For obvious reasons.
You'll be sure to learn the importance of using toilet paper properly. I'm not gonna keep talking because I know everyone is on the edge of their seat. Looks like it's time for me to clean this up. I'm what you would call a germ-a-blood agrossophobic. I can't believe Skippy could train his chipmunk to do something so crazy. Take a look. Hello, campers. In only a few short minutes, parents will be here to pick you up. But before you go, I have to say a huge thank you for all you did to clean up the camp. I was walking around checking the grounds for anything that campers might have left, and I noticed that the dock is fixed, the diving board has been repaired, the sheets on the bunk beds have been mended, and everything else that needed to be done around here is finished. I've also heard that some of you are going to come back to camp next year to help out, and that solves the problem of not having enough money to pay staff. Thank you for making a difference in Camp Wannastay. Because of what you did, we will be able to keep camp open next summer. That calls for a celebration dance. All out of breath. All right, campers, I will see all of you next summer. Until then, keep setting a good example for the people around you and stepping up to be leaders. Chipper, out.
We are young, we will lead the way. Show the world, we are here to stay. We are young, we will lead the way. Show the world, we are here to stay. Set an example by what you say, and do. Set an example by what you say, and do. We are his, and he showed the way. We will go, we will serve, we will celebrate. We are his, and he showed the way. We will go, we will serve, we will celebrate. Set an example by what you say, and do. Set an example by what you say, and do.
Try to set an example like I'm in class and I'm answering questions right. We confess we are blessed by the hands of Christ, trying to be a lighthouse, not a candlelight. So we new kids springing up, show the world with this news that we bringing up. Dudes are confused because we usually sing it, but it's all about God. Who we believe and trust.
Set an example by what you say, and do. Set an example by what you say, and do. Set an example. Set an example.
Who had so much fun at camp this summer? It was an honor to serve as the camp director for the first time this year. I did the best that I could to teach you what I've learned about leadership in all my years working here as the camp janitor. Now, some of you might have come to Camp Wannastay thinking that you couldn't be a leader, but I know for a fact that kids can make a huge difference. In fact, I have an example. I've put together this super high-tech video presentation. Take a look.
Jesus went up on the side of a hill and sat down with his followers. He looked up and saw a crowd of people coming toward him. Jesus spoke to Philip and said, "Where can we buy enough bread for all of these people to eat?" Jesus asked this question to test Philip, but he already knew what he had planned to do. Even though Philip had seen Jesus do miracles, he answered, "We would all have to work for 6 months to buy enough bread for each person here to have only a little piece." Just then, Andrew, another one of Jesus' followers, noticed there was a young boy in the crowd with a small lunch. Andrew said, "Here is a boy with 5 loaves of bread and 2 little fish. But how far will that go with so many people?" Jesus said, "Tell everyone to sit down." This was a place with a lot of grass, and about 5,000 men sat down there. Jesus took the loaves of bread, and thanked God for it. Then he gave the loaves to the people who were waiting to eat. He did the same with the fish. He gave the people as much food as they wanted. They all had plenty to eat. And when they finished, Jesus said to his followers, "Gather the pieces of fish and bread that were not eaten. Don't waste anything." So they gathered up the pieces that were left. The people had started eating with only 5 loaves of bread, but the followers filled 12 large baskets with the pieces of food that were left. Isn't it amazing what God can do through one boy and his small lunch?
You know, sometimes you might feel like you can't make much of a difference. Maybe you think you're too young or too small. But I'm here to tell you that that is totally not true. With Jesus' help, you can make a big difference. The little boy from our story never could have fed all those people with his small lunch, but he gave what he had to Jesus and was able to do something amazing. No matter who you are, you can be a leader who makes a difference. I really hope that your time here at Camp Wannastay has made a huge difference in your lives. But I'm afraid I have some bad news. Some of you might already know this, but Camp Wannastay has kind of been slowly going downhill. Sure, the kids who actually come to camp want to stay here, but the problem is this kind of summer camp just isn't as popular anymore. Kids these days want to go to beach resorts and spend all their time inside. As a result, Camp Wannastay hasn't made enough money to stay open. So unless a miracle happens, this is officially the last summer of camp. We just don't have enough money to pay for all the staff and counselors, plus the food and the supplies we need. I hope you all know that I'm super bummed to have to tell you all this, but guys, don't worry, because I promised to find a great camp for all of you to go to next summer, but I wanted you to know this news before you left with your parents. Speaking of your parents, they'll be here in a few short hours, so get your bags packed up and your cabins spotless, and we'll meet at the dock for your parents to pick you up.
I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer No